So my name is Turia Pitt. I'm from the south coast town of Ulladulla, which is 4 hours south. It's really incredible and really beautiful. I studied as an engineer, and so I moved to WA to work on the mines over there, and I really fell in love with the place where I lived. There was waterfalls, there was adventure, there was national parks. My boyfriend and I were out there and were so happy. And then I decided to go an ultra marathon because I've always liked challenges, and I've always liked keeping myself really physically fit. And I didn't know it at the time, but that marathon, that ultra marathon, would be the day that would ultimately change my life forever. So during the ultra marathon, I was trapped by a grass fire, not just myself, but there were 6 other people, and all of us were burnt, and I got burnt to 65% of my body. But the really extraordinary thing is how we were rescued. A helicopter pilot came down and landed. The hill that we were on was like this, and so he landed on just one skid. He risked his life for myself and for all of us other survivors, and whenever I think of that, I get really emotional because it's just so beautiful that a perfect stranger would risk their own life for someone that he doesn't even know.
Yeah, that is incredible.
Yeah. So out there, when we were thinking about being grateful, I just thought about how much of my life I owe to that helicopter pilot. And I guess it's quite hard for me to revisit that time in my life because it was so painful, emotionally painful, physically painful, mentally tough. But I don't think anyone succeeds without an amazing team around them. And I've been really blessed to have a really amazing partner and a really amazing mum, as well as all the medical team that were so skilled and so supportive and knew what they were doing. I trusted when they told me that in 4 years' time, I wouldn't know myself. When I compare my life now, like now 4 years onto my life before the race, there's a few things that I've lost, like my fingers. I look different. I'm not as physically capable, but I'm grateful to the fly because it's taught me that mindset is everything in this life, and I think that's so important. I've actually loved him since I was like 12. Yeah, my dad was a big Robbins fan, and I really got into him. And I read his books, and because now I'm on the speaking circuit, I thought who better to learn off on how to do it than the best speaker in the world, which is Tony. So that's why I'm here. Well, I remember the staff pulled me aside and said, Tony really wants you to do the firewalk. And in my head I was thinking, there's no way that I'm doing a firewalk. Like, fire is my biggest fear. Why the hell would I do that? That's just stupid. And as the day wore on, at some points I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. And then at other points I was like, oh, no, I'm too scared, I'm not ready. And I guess I used all the excuses. I used the story of what had happened to me not to do it. And then myself and my friend Jess got pulled backstage, and Tony said, are you going to do it? And I said, yeah. And that was it. And I went straight after Tony. So it was really phenomenal moment. I don't know, it's like when you achieve something and you look back and you say to yourself, well, it wasn't that bad, it wasn't so scary, it wasn't that tough. So I think that's just what happened with me.